I got Season 1 of Are You Afraid of the Dark from Vision Entertainment from Australia. This one here on the back is listed as a Region 4 release, but as with most things I've ran into with Vision, so far everything I do believe I've ran into from Vision, it is actually playable on a Region 1 player as I watched this on my good old all-American PlayStation 4. Now, if you've never seen this was basically a Canadian-made horror anthology series for kids and teenagers that came out, I believe it was in Canada in 1990-91. Excuse me, a couple years later. Then it made its way to American television with Nickelodeon. Pretty hard to get these days, really, as, I don't know, like there was a couple of releases that kind of went out of print. I don't think there's ever anything with the whole series together, which I believe it's 7 seasons, if I'm not mistaken. But Vision is releasing these, and this is the first one. I think they're up to 3. I want to check those out eventually as well. But I think the only other option you have for these right now is Nickelodeon has them all, but I think they're like burn on demand. At least with these, I don't know if the quality varies between the two, but at least with these guys, you will get, honest to goodness, DVDs, and you won't get the DVD-Rs, which kind of are a bummer, even though that's kind of like the way the world seems to be heading, more or less. 2-disc set here, you get 13 episodes, which was Season 1. You get the first one, it's the Phantom Cab, although technically, I don't believe that was the first one in America. Or was it? No. It may have been the first one when it debuted here in America, but the first one was actually the one with like the monkey paw type thing with the wishes on it. What was that one called? That was the Twisted Claw. Yeah, that one. That was the first one it ever showed. Like that debuted, I think, on Halloween night on a Canadian television station way back in the day. But nonetheless, they're all here, and they have various quality, I would say. Some of them look better than others, but this is a made-for-television series that's pretty obscure if you think about it. And even though Nickelodeon had their hand in it, they didn't really make it, I don't think. Maybe they produced it later on, but at first I don't think they produced it. So the first episodes, maybe there's some that kind of look a little worse than others, I guess. Of course, these are all in the not widescreen, but the full-screen format, which is typical for TV stuff. And, some of them look pretty good, some of them look kind of rough, but, I mean, what can you expect with something like this? It's still nice to have them, and the quality, I don't think the quality is bad at all. As a matter of fact, I think these hold up better than I thought they would. Of course, I didn't really grow up with these, which is odd. These are something I kind of got onto later in life, for whatever reasons, I don't know. When I was growing up, I was a big fan of anthology series like Twilight Zone and Monsters and especially Tales from the Dark Side, which I always loved. This would have been right down my alley that I really, around the 90s, I didn't see it for some reason, but I had a lot of friends that just totally love this stuff, and I can see why, because even though now at the age of 33, it's still fun to me. It's kind of like Goosebumps type stuff, and you know how I'm about Goosebumps. I do a podcast about it sometimes, but it really seems to be in that ballpark, although where Goosebumps is a much better book, I think, than it was television series. These here seem to get the whole TV aspects of it down to a T. And most stories seem to have a bit of a twist at the end. Some were resolved pretty well, but there's actually some cases where the good guy doesn't actually get out of it too well, which is really neat and adds an extra twist to it, because, most kids' stuff seems to always go in the favor of the good guys, but that isn't always the case here with this. But if you've seen it, you know what it is. Midnight Society. It's a group of people that get together, they tell scary stories, and they submit it, for the approval of the Midnight Society. And there's a little bit of subplots going on a little bit around the campfire with the people in between the episodes, like kind of tell that one guy's kind of into this one girl and he give her a necklace, and it's just little things like that happen. So a little bit of plot development with their cast of characters in between the actual main portion of the show. This also has one of the best ones, I think, that even still seems kind of creepy, is the one about the clown's nose. What's that one called? Laughing in the Dark. Yeah, I believe it's that one. It's episode 3, where they go to the fun house and they steal the clown's nose, and then he goes home and some really creepy stuff happens because he stole the nose, and he starts calling the kid and he's like, "Give me back my nose," all that stuff. It seems silly, I guess. Maybe you had to be there. Maybe you had to be around in the 90s for this. I don't know, but if you're watching this channel, odds are you're into stuff like this. And if you do want to get a pretty solid set, then by all means, figure out a way to get this from Vision. I don't know, maybe Diabolic could get it in. They got into the Cronenberg stuff, so maybe if you ask them nicely, they can get this into. But it's worth important. It's worth the effort to get. You don't get no extras, but you get 13 episodes, and it is region 1, or region free, I guess you could say. So if you want to see Are You Afraid of the Dark, and you don't want a DVD-R special, then go here from Vision, because this is great stuff. And I do want to get the other seasons, which I only got, I think, 3 seasons out now. I'm sure they'll be doing the rest, but this is where I'll be getting these when I go to complete the collection of them in the future.